Yes, it is actually possible to fly to your dream destination with luxury perks, all covered by your credit card points. Lately, the world of credit cards has been a bit chaotic. Banks have been revamping their offers, credit cards have been bumping up their annual fees, and testing out massive bonuses. And while jet setting can seem expensive, it really doesn't have to be if you know which credit cards to use. In this video, I'm sharing my top 3 travel credit card picks that can help you turn your points into your next dream vacation. I'm going to be going over the sign-up bonus, earnings, benefits, annual fees, and what I like and don't like about the credit card. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Coming in at number 3, I'm starting off with the Capital One Venture X credit card. You guys, this card absolutely blows my mind because of how much value you get out of it. And I just want to point out that when you go to their website, just look at how travel-centric it is. And this is why, in my opinion, this is one of the top-notch premium travel credit cards out there. Sign-up bonus. You get 75,000 miles once you spend $4,000 on the credit card within the first 3 months of account opening. And in terms of earnings, you get 10x miles on hotels and rental cars booked through the Capital One travel portal. And 10x is incredible. Not a lot of credit cards really do this. You get 5x miles on flights booked through Capital One Travel and 2x miles on all other purchases. So 2x miles on every single dollar you spend on anything else anywhere. Benefits, you get 10,000 bonus anniversary miles, which is equal to about $100 towards travel. Every year, starting on your first anniversary, you get $300 in annual travel credit. This is literally free money for you to spend on travel. And you get $120 every 4 years towards global entry or TSA PreCheck. Another benefit that you get, which is actually changing, which I'm going to get into, is that you get Capital One and Priority Pass lounge access. However, starting February 1st, 2026, unlimited lounge access is only going to apply to the primary cardholder at Capital One lounges and Priority Pass lounges. Until then, both primary cardholder and any authorized users can enjoy unlimited lounge access, plus entry for up to 2 free guests. However, after February 1st, 2026, this is changing and authorized users are actually losing the lounge benefit altogether unless they want to pay an additional $125 a year per authorized user. If you pay this $125, you can get unlimited lounge access as well. But if you don't, you do not get lounge access anymore. So if you as an authorized user decide not to pay the $125, you will now have to pay $45 to get into a lounge every single time. It's going to be free lounge access for the primary card holder, $45 for any authorized users or anyone else, any other guests that you want to bring, $25 for anyone that is 17 years old and younger, and free for children 2 and under. This, in my opinion, is a big downgrade, and I'm very upset about it. I know a lot of people online are upset about it, but we have until February 1st, 2026 to figure out what to do. You get Resident Circle status, meaning you might be able to get free upgrades for car rentals. There are no foreign transaction fees, your miles don't expire. You get cell phone protection, 100,000 bonus referral points if you refer the card to somebody and they open up an account. And its miles are transferable to various big name travel partners in the industry, partners like Air Canada, British Airways, Emirates, Turkish Airlines, and Cathay Pacific, and more. Annual fee. Now, I know one of the most important things to consider when you are signing up for a credit card is the annual fee. And the annual fee for the Capital One Venture X credit card is $395. But there are a few things I want you to keep in mind. One, this is a premium travel credit card, and some of its competitors, like the Chase Sapphire Reserve, is bumping up its annual fee to $795 a year. So comparatively, this is a lot cheaper. And also the fact that they don't charge for additional authorized users unless you want that lounge access going forward. I know the Chase Reserve is now charging $195 per additional authorized user. So again, this is a lot more doable. Let me put this into a bit more perspective. Now, with other premium credit cards or travel credit cards, once you take away all of the useful benefits and credits that they give you, you're still stuck paying like a $200 to $500 annual fee. However, with the Capital One Venture X credit card, after taking away all of the useful credits that they give you, you actually are left with $5 in your pocket. So the entire fee is pretty much canceled out at that point. And this is incredible because this means more money for you to spend on travel. travels. In conclusion, this credit card is definitely a top tier premium travel credit card. And if you're someone who travels often or wants to start traveling often and you're traveling solo, this is going to be a really good card for you. What I do like about the credit card, obviously that the annual fee isn't as hefty as some of the other credit cards out there in the industry today, and that you're actually left with $5 in your pocket. What I don't like about the credit card, as I said earlier, the changes that are coming February 1st, 2026 regarding the airport lounge access for authorized users. The fact that you have to pay $125 extra, and then that only ensures that the primary card holder and then the authorized user get in. But what if you have kids or something, right? This is such a downgrade in my opinion, and I really think that it would have been better if they allowed the primary card holder at least to have one guest that they can let in. So now this is feeling like a really good card for a solo traveler. If you're someone that loves to travel, looking to travel often, and you're solo, this is going to be a really good fit for you. However, if you are someone who travels a lot, but you like to take advantage of the airport lounges to get snacks, get food for the kids, whatever it is, this may not be such a great option anymore because you have to pay $45 for each guest. And even if you have young kids, it's still $25 per kid. Unless they're 2 and under, where you can get them in for free. But in my opinion, it's not really worth it at that point. You might as well just go buy food at the airport somewhere and it'll probably come out cheaper. If you're getting any value at all from this video, it would really mean a lot to me if you went ahead and hit that red subscribe button. This way you'll be notified anytime I upload similar videos. Credit card number 2, I feel like putting this one up right now is going to be controversial because I know a lot of people are hating on the card due to the recent changes that are taking effect soon, but I still believe that it has the perks of a luxury travel credit card and is a good fit for those who fit this sort of lifestyle, and that is the Chase Sapphire Reserve. At the time of recording in August 2025, they do have a special bonus offer going on of 125,000 bonus points if you spend $5,000 in the first 3 months of account opening plus a $500 travel credit. That's a good chunk of money and points, but the offer is probably ending very soon, and then they will most likely revert back to their 60,000 bonus points for opening an account. And I think that of course they are only doing this very special offer because they just revamped the card and they're trying to give an incentive to people to sign on. So otherwise I think they'll probably go back to 60,000 points, but I'm interested in seeing what's going to happen. In terms of earnings, you get 8x on any travel booked through Chase. So this includes things like hotel, flight, cruises, car rental activities, 5x on Lyft only until September 20th, 2027, 4x on flights and hotels booked directly with the hotel or airline. So this is outside of the Chase portal. Things like booking.com or third-party websites do not count for this. You only get 1x on those. 3x on dining and select delivery services, and 1x on everything else. Benefits, there are just too many here, so let me go through some of it. I'm not going to read all of it, but feel free to pause it and screenshot it or just read through it on your own time, but I'll just highlight some of the ones quickly here. Benefits in terms of the travel credits and perks, you get $300 in annual travel credit, $120 for global entry pre-check Nexus fee credit every 4 years, $500 in annual credit plus room upgrades and perks at Chase's Edit Collection hotels. So you get $250 twice a year. It's broken up, so you can't get the $500 all in one chunk. You get access to Chase Sapphire plus Priority Pass Airport Lounge access. Thank goodness that they are still allowing guests and authorized users for free. It's all included, so you get up to 2 free guests. This is going to be a good credit card still for if you like going to lounges, you have a family, you're not traveling solo. You get 1-to-1 points transfer to travel partners. You get reserve travel designers access. These are custom travel itineraries. You get points boost, so that means that your Chase points can be worth up to 2x in the Chase portal when booking travel through them. The lifestyle credits and perks, you get $300 in annual dining credit through OpenTable, and again that's going to be $150 January through June, and then July through December you get $150 more. $250 towards Apple Music and Apple TV subscription, $120 towards Peloton, $120 in annual Lyft credit, that's $10 a month, $300 in annual DoorDash credit, that's $25 a month, and a Dash Pass subscription, which is worth $120. And now they have this new high spender category. So if you spend over $75,000 in a calendar year, you get Diamond Elite status at IHG Hotels and Resorts. You get $500 in Southwest credit plus Southwest A-list status, and you get $250 credits for the shops at Chase where you can buy things like Sony products, Tumi, Dyson, and then you get all these additional travel benefits, which I'm not going to read over. You can just read over that on your own time or screenshot it. The annual fee. This one is a bit of a pain point again because they just increased this, but the annual fee is now $795 plus $195 for each additional authorized user on the card. This is definitely a steep increase from the $550 annual fee that we are used to seeing. And although this is a little bit steep and on the more expensive side, do keep in mind of all of the credits and bonus points that you're receiving with this card, and the fact that it is truly a premium credit card. My conclusions. I've held this card for almost 8-9 years and I have truly loved it. But of course, now that the credit card is changing in terms of earnings and redemption as well. And if you want more information on these changes, I just did an entire video on the updates that are taking place with the Chase Sapphire Reserve card, where I really go into detail with the points and the earnings and the dates where things are taking place. I'm going to link that at the end of this video, so make sure you check that out next. But what I really like about the card is the $300 annual travel credit and the fact that we will still get access to Chase Sapphire and Priority Pass lounges for the primary cardholder, authorized users, 2 guests for free, because clearly they're trying to limit that perk with the Capital One Venture X, and who knows if other credit cards are going to follow suit eventually. But for now, this perk is staying with the Reserve. What I don't like about the credit card, obviously, is the significant increase in the annual fee at $795. And I don't want to say I completely hate it, but the whole points boost system may be a downgrade. I'm definitely thinking about how I'm going to miss the 1.5x booking travel through Chase's portal, but I haven't had enough experience yet with the points boost feature to really test it out and see how much I'm actually able to use it and how feasible it is for things like my budget and whatnot. So I'll probably have more on that in the next several months. Number 1 is one of the most luxury associated credit cards on the market, and that is the American Express Platinum. This is also another very travel-centric credit card, and actually they have a special sign-up bonus going on at the time of this recording. They're offering up to 175,000 membership reward points after you spend $8,000 in the first 6 months of account opening, but this is based on what your current credit score is. You can basically go on their website and apply, and based on the info you give them, it will tell you right away the exact welcome offer that you can get. And 175,000 points is worth roughly around $2,000. So that is very significant. That's a whole vacation. Earnings. You get 5x points on flights booked directly with the airlines or through American Express Travel, 5x points on eligible prepaid hotels booked through American Express Travel, and 1x on all other purchases. I know at first the earnings might not seem that great, but I think where this credit card really shines is in its benefits. And again, there are a ton of benefits, so I'm just going to glaze through some of them, and then you can just pause or screenshot this slide and go through it. But in terms of travel credits and perks, you get $200 in hotel credit annually, $200 in airline incidental fee credits annually. You can use this credit things like checking bags, which is really helpful. You get $200 in Uber credit, which is $15 a month, $199 for Clear credit annually, $120 for Global Entry credit every 4 years, Fine Hotels plus Resorts perks, the Hotel Collection perks, Hilton Honors Gold Star. What else? There's Amex Global Lounge Collection access, Centurion Plaza Premium Escape Lounge access, and again with this card you are still getting 1 to 2 guests for free, depending on which lounge you are going to. Each of these lounge categories does have a different guest policy, so you just have to check before you go. For example, with Priority Pass, the primary cardholder just gets 1 free guest instead of 2, which we saw with the Chase Sapphire Reserve. You get a 1-to-1 points transfer to travel, and then you have all these lifestyle credits and perks, things like credit at Equinox, Walmart, Saks. You can check this out on your own when you take a screenshot of this, but yeah, those are the benefits. And the annual fee, this card has a $695 annual fee, which is definitely one of the more expensive fees as well. But again, for all of the credits and the perks that you're getting, especially if you do end up getting that 175,000 bonus points welcome offer, that's going to be worth around $2,000. So that pretty much outweighs the $695 right away. This is definitely one of the more prestigious cards out on the credit card market, and it's definitely associated more so with luxury travel. So if you're a high spender and you are into the luxury travel and you want status at some of these hotels, then this would be a good fit for you. I like that there are a lot of different airport lounge access options for this credit card, and that you still get 1 to 2 free guests. It's not a complete wipeout like they just did with the Capital One. And I also like the $200 airline incidental fee, because that can help out with baggage, which can cost anywhere from $25 to $75 per checked bag. So $200 can help mitigate that a little bit, right? What I don't like about the American Express Platinum, and this isn't specific just to the Platinum card, but just Amex in general, but what I don't like about it is that it can get very difficult to use abroad. So if you're overseas internationally, right? Because a lot of vendors do not accept Amex credit cards still due to the high processing fees for them. So this can definitely be a problem. So if you do want this credit card, then go for it. But I would also suggest having another backup credit card as well when you are traveling, just so you don't run into any issues with your card not working or them not accepting it. A good one is the Chase Sapphire Preferred, which only has a $95 annual fee. So that's a really good one to have as a backup just for these sorts of incidents. Now, I mentioned earlier in this video that the Chase Sapphire Reserve is going through some major updates come October of 2025. So if you want to know more details about those changes, you're thinking of getting the credit card, or you're an existing card holder and you just want to know what's going on, then I suggest you check this video out next, where I go over exactly that in detail. I will catch you in the next video.